Peace be unto you all, brothers and sisters. Um, I'm here once again. We will continue our series um, titled Face the Truth. When the time has come for Africans to face the truth and to recognize and identify their own mistakes and their own criminal acts against themselves and what they are doing wrong. The whole world, as I said in my last video, the whole world has made one mistake or the other. Every society or culture has contributed to bring about the world the state at which it is now. And it is time to put aside our differences and to recognize that we are one people. We should not be afraid of globalization because globalization means unity. It means borderless. I don't know why some people should be so scared of globalization. Um, the whole thing is not about globalization itself, it's about who rules the world. That is the most important question, whether the world has moved to a one world government or not. In the history of mankind, history has always been written by the conquerors. And so it is always written down by the conquerors what the conquerors want the conquered to, to know. And therefore the conquerors always hide the truth partly, but those who dig for the truth always come out triumphant. So we are here to point to Africans in general that they should put aside what the white man did, because we've been singing this song of sorrows and woes for years, whereas we are not the only culture or society that entered into slavery. History shows that even the very white man has also been enslaved before. So how did all of them, including the Chinese, the Japanese, and all that you can mention, the cultures and societies, how did they manage to take off their back the hunchback of slave mentality or the conquered mentality, and they made it on the international um, village to become populous with their own language, their food, their tradition and culture. They made it. Everybody has made it. And it is only the black man who is still complaining about what somebody did to him yesterday. The question is, what are you doing for yourself today? What are you doing to hinder the intruders from intruding into your life and to conquer you? History will repeat itself if we do not wake up. And now, I will come to the story of Nat Turner. I think in the 1831, Nat Turner was a rebellious slave, a black man who rebelled and gathered around himself followers. Many white people started even believing in Nat Turner and calling him the prophet. Um, when Nat Turner was captured by the slave masters and slave dealers, his skin was peeled alive. But this act of violence and unspeakable torture to Natana was also at the same time directed to his followers, both black and white. And therefore, we should never forget that white people have always, part of them or some of them, also be on the side of the black people. And today, there are numerous white people who are contributing for the emancipation and for the upliftment and the power establishment of the black man. And if we will ignore all this and generalize it and always insult the white man to be the devil, whereas we forget that the evil lives in all of us. There is the good in us and there is the evil in us. It is what you choose to apply, is what you project into the cosmic mind. And so we are projecting perpetually the conquered mentality into the cosmic mind, and therefore we keep getting conquered. What I'm trying to say is that we should recognize some great white people who fought for us, some great black people who fought for us, and we should as well recognize that sorry, the system of Babylon has always been practiced and perpetuated by both black people and white people alike. The aristocracy um, are always from both sides, and therefore they came together, collided together, and planned to dominate the world. So it is not white or black. The world has come to a point of transition where we are going to move from this age into another age, and that is what I call the crossover. The crossover has come, and we black people, what we do with this crossover, how we cross over, or whether we are being left behind and the rest of mankind will cross over. It is all a mental state, you see. So what we do today will determine what we get tomorrow. So let us plant the seed of righteousness, the seed of freedom, the seed of mental freedom, the seed of peace, love, harmony, the seed of the will to survive, the seed of the will to show the world that we once carried light and we are ready to take back our mantle and to lead the world forward. It is one word that we are fighting for: the division of the world population has come to a point where mankind should decide his destiny, whether a total annihilation of the human species or whether we want to survive as a human species and develop higher. And if the black man so will, he can lead the next species of human level of evolution. We should stop complaining because we know how evil white people have been. We know how evil some white people are today. There are really some wicked ones among them. But we should now stop talking about the white man is wicked, the Chinese is wicked, the black man is wicked, and we should just recognize that some human beings are wicked and some human beings are good. This is what it is. It is the new age. It is the way age of knowledge, wisdom, understanding, tolerance, love. We as Africans should stop talking about going back to our ancestors' path without scrutinizing the past and analyzing it and knowing which path we are to take and which path we are to let go, because everything that we've been holding onto which has never uplifted us, which are causes that are pulling us backward, we should let go of them. Those are curses, and we should recognize the good things from the past and hold tight onto. And we should analyze the good things of today and hold on to, and let the bad things of today go alone. It is about unity that we need to survive this. The world is at the doorstep of doom, whereas redemption, on the other hand, is beckoning to us. And we need to embrace it if we will survive as human beings. We should start learning to respect all creation. We should have direct contact to nature. We should treat the environment and nature as a whole with respect and dignity. We should respect each other. We should embrace the word of light. The word of light, I'm going to break it down a little bit to let our brothers and sisters who are talking about Kundalini and all that goes with it, without using this kind of jargons to explain. I'm going to use the simple language to explain that everything that is going on in the human anatomy in general is also happening in the world. The human system and anatomy is built the same way the world is built. And everything that exists spiritually also exists physically or vice versa. Therefore, if you recognize esotericism, then you must recognize exotericism. And this is what brings us to let you know that if you know that the Bible, you believe what is written in the Bible are all allegorical, therefore you should also recognize that behind these allegories are also the physical aspect. This is what is the meaning of esoteric and exoteric. So the word, which is Jesus, which you see as allegory in the Bible, used to be there long before the body called Jesus came. So if the allegories existed, therefore the allegories one time took the form of a human and came and walked on earth. This is a fact hidden from you and letting you beat about the desert for 400 years without seeing and knowing the truth. So he did come in human flesh. And we all need to recognize it. It doesn't matter the name we give it. In the ancient, it used to be called the Christ consciousness. If you know that there is a consciousness that is peace, then every consciousness at a time need to enter into a body. As our body exists, so does our spirit exist inside the body. As these allegories exist, so did it take on a human form and came into being. Therefore, I will let my teaching today stand over here to give you room to digest, think about it, and as I promised, it will keep coming. All these are introductions to invite the whole world that we need to embrace peace, we need to embrace love, and we should stop blaming each other. Before the white man came to enslave the black man, the Arabs, who were our brothers or our immediate neighbors, are those who first started selling us into slavery. But today we only point fingers at the white man. We should know that today nobody is forcing you to be a slave as it once used to be. Today you choose to be a slave or be a free person. So, Africans, wake up and stop complaining. What you want to have tomorrow, start practicing it today. The seed you want to get tomorrow, start planting it today. What you do today will determine the future. What you do today determines your children, their future. So, peace be unto you. Digest it and know if this madman is telling you the truth or he is lying to you. My peace be unto everybody, and you are free. Welcome to join me. Spread the peace message. Join me to bring about the light. Peace unto you all.